To order, and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's always a great effort on our part. All right, we're going to begin with a special report from Kevin Henyon, who is with Turner Construction, and an update on construction. So, Kevin, when you're ready, we're ready.
All right, screen real quick. All right, can everyone see the screen?
Yes, Kevin.
Yes, it's fine. Yep.
Perfect. All right, so this is our December update. As always, just an overview of the Shaker Middle School wings. Just for referencing purposes, it's the largest building that we're currently under construction. So jumping right into it. So the photos you see on the left-hand side, people might be a little bit more familiar with the look of the middle school auditorium. As you can see, the right-hand side, a little bit more updated, a little bit more towards the substantial completion. So our work continues second shift for this this last piece of the middle school. This is the auditorium reno. We're near substantial completion here. The previous month's activities include installation of carpet, the auditorium seating, painting, acoustic ceiling panels at the stage, electrical demolition continued. Rough-in is for the new work, including the projector screen, house lighting, theatrical lighting. That's all near substantial completion as well. The sound system is going to continue to follow the lighting installation. That's near completion as well. I just have some minor bells and whistles. The subwoofer at the stage that has to get tidied up, but all that will be wrapped up by the end of the month. Fire protection is substantial complete, and the architectural punch list of the space is to take place this week, with the remaining open contract items, like I said, will be closed out and substantially complete by December 31st. So
Hey, Kevin, this is Dan.
Yep.
You may want to switch to full presentation mode because you can't see the slides quite as well because you're in speaker mode.
How about that?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Thank you.
It really looks beautiful.
Oh, it does. It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go back and you can see the significant difference in the carpet and the seating and how everything's laid out. So it's definitely starting to come together.
Acoustically much improved too.
Oh my golly, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, so we'll, like I said, we'll have some minor things that are lingering for this week into next week, but the intent is to push to have everything wrapped up by the end of the month, and the district is to occupy come the start of the new year. So over at the high school, the Area A renovation, so we substantially completed the main office portion of the high school. This past summer, we had some work for the vestibule slide into the school year. That's why the admin has been up on the second floor at the existing main office still. The intent is to now shift everyone downstairs starting the week of the 28th. So as you can see, we have the vestibule storefronts in, including the soffits. So the picture on the left-hand side is a little earlier in the month. Everything is more finished out right now. Actually, we got the bulk order of the interior fire-rated glazing delivered to the project for installation today, which should be wrapped up in a couple days. The terrazzo work is all substantially complete at the entrance. The permanent light fixtures are actually going in tonight. They're being cut into the ceiling tiles tonight. And the one item that will lag in this area is the the millwork. There's a display case on the outside of the main office in the corridor, which should be delivered and installed within the next couple of weeks. That delay was just something due to the plant shutting down through COVID, the early onset of COVID, orders getting backed up, but we've since been able to expedite the delivery and get everything back on track for install. So the addition is near substantially, complete as well. All the finishes on the inside of the space are near 100%. We might have some miscellaneous touch up regarding paint and floor, wall base. Floor tiles all done, all the electrical boxes, all the lights are done, heat's on. They have some glazing work to do at the doors. Like I said, some of that came in today. So the intent is for this space to be occupied at the start of the new year as well. The paperwork is in the process of being submitted to SED for certificate of occupancy. So it'll be great for the high school to have a little bit more real estate to use during this unfortunate time. And just a side note on this addition was supposed to be substantially completed and turned over at the end of this coming summer. So we were able to pull that back in order to be able to give the district a little bit more space. So same building, just different area up on the second floor. We were able to occupy some of the second floor over the summer. These renovations have continued to progress as far as we can take them regarding, wall framing, as well as mechanical, electrical, plumbing install. You have fire alarm and security upgrades that branch out to different parts of the building that have gone through this space. So the primes continue to take full advantage of that second shift work and try to progress the work as much as possible. But hopefully once we shift everyone downstairs, we'll be able to occupy more real estate up there to be able to advance this work as well. The fire alarm upgrades, as well as the camera installation, the security upgrades at the high school progress. We're near completion of the security system, the camera system. The only areas that are still under construction regarding that are the gymnasiums, which there were a couple minor changes that were added there to help pick up different views with the sliding partitions, the sliding curtains that are in there. So once they get that area up and running regard to the actual system, we'll be able to finish that out as well. But fire alarm is going to continue to progress with that, the panel that everything ties into being fitted out with the Area E, the second floor renovation work that'll be completed the end of this coming summer with turnover to the district for the start of next year. The Phase 4 elementary schools. So over at Forts Ferry, last month we talked about the temporary mechanical unit. That unit's been set. The ductwork has been installed. The general contractor cut all the penetrations, so that mechanical unit should be up and running. Over at Latham Ridge, we had some work ongoing regarding the exterior of the building. Last month, we reported the brick was nearly substantially complete. Still progressing that throughout the school year, but with the temperatures, we kind of had to get smart with how we're progressing the construction here. So the general contractor was able to install the precast exterior sills as well as the windows, complete all the exterior framing and sheathing, and the balance of the exterior work will follow as the temperatures continue to warm and as we can get a good stretch of weather in here. On the interior side, walls continue to be framed out. MEPs continue to be worked on, and we're going to continue to push the contractors to get creative at the start of the new year with how we can take advantage of some breaks, as well as receive the schedules and coordinate all the work with the district for anything that's up and coming. And that's all I had for this month. It was a shorter, more abbreviated version than in prior months, but we'll continue to update the board as the work progresses, and we are eager to see what 2021 brings. Questions?
Does anyone on the board have questions for Kevin? I know the auditorium looks beautiful. It's wonderful. And we're glad you're pushing those contractors, Kevin. That's good. That's good news.
Everything looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks great.
Looking forward to seeing it all finished.
The first one in the door, and I'll be the last one out. So it'll definitely be rewarding to see it all done.
Yes. Yeah.
And we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
Appreciate everyone's time. Appreciate the support, and
Thank you.
happy holidays to everyone. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
Thank
Happy
you,
New Year
Kevin.
too.
Thank you,
Thank
Kevin.
you, Kevin.
All right, now we'll go to personnel actions. I'd like a motion to approve them. I'll take a motion. Mr. Gardalillo.
I move to approve personnel actions as recommended by the superintendent of schools.
Thank you. And a second. Ms. Grinnell, any questions or comments? Do you have any comments tonight about personnel actions?
Well, I think we have lost a number of very,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say lost, okay? They're with us still and working very hard, but, I think it's notable too that Mr. Murphy is announcing his retirement as principal of Shaker High School after 15 years of very strong service to the students and the community of North County. And we're very grateful to his service. Very grateful to our teaching staff for their service, to any support staff and the like. We celebrate the work of all our educators and those who support the service of education, and congratulate them on their retirement as well.
Yes.
I just want to say, I like the letters. Sometimes the letters say more than just the contractually required language, and I like that. I like reading them.
Yep.
They're nice letters.
Some are very sentimental. I really, I like that. All right. All in favor? Okay, thank you. I'd like a motion to approve recommendations regarding the placement and classification of students, as well as special appointments and contracts. Ms. Grinnell?
I move approval of recommendations regarding placement classification of students as reviewed by the District Committee on Preschool Special Education for the 2020-2021 school year, and recommendations regarding the placement classification of students as reviewed by the District Committee on Special Education for the 2020-2021 school year, and I approve special appointments and contracts as recommended by the Director of Pupil Services.
Thank you. And a second. Ms. Hangburn? Any questions or comments? Mr. Johnson? Do you have a question, Mr. Johnson?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was about the contract about the Green Island School District. I just wanted to know, and this is probably for Casey. The question is, I mean, obviously Green Island is compensating us for the time. Do we have those hours? Like if we don't let Green Island use those hours, are they just sort of being unused, or are we somehow using hours that otherwise might be needed for, like, basically, if we go through with this, are we risking needing to increase the amount of physical therapy services that we, like physical therapists that we employ as a district? Like, is this just surplus, basically?
Yes, correct. So to carry out these services, we actually increased a 0.2 of a current PT. So to carry those services out, yes, it would result in an increase of a 0.2 staff. Okay.
But we have that already set up, right? That extra.
I'm asking for that approval actually tonight. So it kind of is going through at the same time.
Okay. Thank you.
I thought I saw another hand up other than Mr. Johnson's. Anyone else have a question?
Thank you, Sam.
Okay, no other questions? Then all in favor? Thank you very much. I'd like a motion to approve a resolution to accept a donation. Mrs. Pangburn,
I move to approve the resolution to accept the donation as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
thank you. In a second. Mr. Chavo, any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Thank you. I'd like a motion to approve a resolution to authorize some necessary documents for the alternate plan for Loudonville Elementary. Mr. Johnson?
I move to approve the resolution to authorize CS Arch and Turner Construction Company to proceed with creating all required and necessary documents for the proposed alternate plan for the Loudonville Elementary School addition, as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. In a second, Mr. Vondell. I'd just like to make a comment. This alternate plan was presented to the Board of Education at a long-range planning meeting on December 9th. We had the opportunity to discuss and ask questions. The board at that time decided that the option that was presented by CS Arch was a good option. It was an option that was approved by the Loudonville principal, our administrative staff, our faculty, and staff. And so we had, as I say, the opportunity to ask questions that evening. I would just ask if the board has any further questions about this option. I don't see any. Ms. Pang?
I just want to say, and I noticed in the resolution that CS Arch is doing this for no additional charge to the district, and I just want to say thank you for that.
Yes. All right, thank you. Anyone else have any comments or questions? All right, if not, all in favor? Thank you very much. I'd like to a motion to approve an amendment to a lease agreement with Achievements. Mr. Vondell.
I move to approve the amendment to the 2020-2021 lease agreement with Achievements as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. In a second, Mrs. Pangburn, any questions or comments? Hearing, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. This is basically just a COVID related thing, right? That we've normally been doing the custodial work for the Maplewood building, but with COVID, now we're saying we want to contract it out. Is that correct? That's probably a question for Mr. Kraft.
Well,
or maybe Mr. Hoot.
Mr. Hoot.
Sure. You're correct, Sam, that it is COVID related. The district has been providing custodial services historically and having it part of the lease. Under the conditions we've all been working under in the last few months, both parties determined that it was in their better interest to separate the custodial services for the balance of this year, and then we can revisit next year if we want to reinsert custodial services back into the lease agreement.
Okay, that answered my follow-up question. I just wondered where we would go in the future, but thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments? All right, hearing none, all in favor? Thank you. I'd like a motion to approve a purchase agreement with the town of Colony of a salt sale. Mr. Chavo?
I move to approve the salt sale and purchase agreement with the town of Colony for the 2020-2021 school year as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. And a second, Mr. Cannon. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Thank you. I'd like to motion to approve some change orders. Mr. Johnson?
I move to approve the following change orders. One change order, COR Instruction LLC contract. One change order, COR 035 in the amount of $2,776 to the Bet and Kring LLC contract. one change order COR 031 in the amount of $824 to the Castleman Electric Company Incorporated contract, and two change orders COR 080 and 081 totaling $68,020 to the Peter Louisi and Brothers Contracting Incorporated contract, as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. And a second, Ms. Pangburn. Any questions or comments? Mrs. Durazio?
I see a credit to Peter Louisi is for the signs at the middle school and the high school. And so I was wondering, what is going on with the signs or not going on with the signs?
We're not having the electrical signs that were originally part of the bid. We're not installing those.
Like not signs that are lit up, but like the scrolly kind of signs?
Yes.
Like LED sign, yeah. I don't know how to describe them.
Yeah. Yeah. We took that out. That was part of the base bid. We took that out.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none, seeing none. Okay, all in favor? Thank you. I would just mention in terms of committee reports, the minutes for the Long Range Planning Committee meeting are in the packet for tonight. And that's about it for committees. And now, Mr. Core, would you like to do administrative reports?
Yes, I would like to give you the enrollment report for the period ending November 27, 2020. Our elementary enrollment is up by 12 at 3,030. Our junior high school enrollment is up by 4 at 881. And our high school enrollment is up by 10 at 2017. As a district, we are at 5,928 students, up 26 students in total from September.
All right, thank you. And a recognition or two?
Yes, so first of all, I'd like to recognize the scholastic achievement of our athletic teams this fall. All these teams were scholar athlete teams, and that means that they all had a GPA of 90 or above. They were led by girls golf with the GPA of 97.9, girls tennis 97.2. These are rounded up. Girls cross country 96.6, field hockey 96.4, girls soccer at 95.9, boys soccer 94.5, boys cross country 92.7, and boys golf 92.6. So all of those teams made the scholar athlete distinction. The other recognition goes to students who were recognized for the New York State Band Directors Association, New York State Band Directors Middle School All-State Honor Band. We had 7 students in grades 7 and 8 be recognized: Joseph Dusevitz, Dominic Greco, Eleanor Helm, Sirman Ayer, Eleanor Keogh, Kevin Liu, and Helen Powell.
Thank you, and congratulations to all. Nice to see that. All right, I'd like a motion to approve the treasurer's report as well as the extra classroom activity fund. Mrs. Grinnell?
I move to approve the treasurer's report October 2020 and the extra classroom activity fund report November 2020 as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. And a second, Mrs. Pangburn, any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Thank you. Like a motion to approve bills and payroll for October and November. Mr. Chabot?
I move to approve bills and payroll for October and November 2020 as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. And a second, Ms. Durazio, any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Thank you. I'd like a motion to approve the investment report for October. Mr. Vondell?
I I move to approve the investment report, October 2020, as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. And second, Ms. Grinnell. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Thank you. I'd like a motion to approve the monthly financial statements. Ms. Nordillo.
I move to approve the monthly financial statements, September 2020 and October 2020, as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. And a second, Mr. Vondell. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Thank you. I'd like a motion to approve the BOCES bill adjustment. Mr. Razio.
I move to approve BOCES bill adjustments November 2020 as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. And a second, Mrs. Pangburn. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Thank you. I'd like a motion to approve a bid award. Ms. Grinnell.
I move to approve the bid award for windows, shades, and blinds as recommended by the Assistant Superintendent for Business.
Thank you. And a second, Mr. Chavo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? I'd like a motion to approve minutes from the regular meeting and also a special meeting on December 9th. Okay, Mrs. Nordillo.
I move to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of November 23rd, 2020, and the special meeting of December 9, 2020, as recommended by the Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you. And a second, Mrs. Pangburn. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Okay. Everybody's okay. All right, thank you. Before I ask Mrs. Pangburn for a motion to adjourn, I just would like just to say that defeating this virus is going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us. And we each of us really has to do whatever we can do to keep ourselves healthy and to keep our families healthy. And what we choose to do over the holiday season is really going to matter. And we want more than anything to keep our schools open. And we each must do our part to make sure that we can do exactly that, keep our schools open. So that being said, we wish you everyone throughout the community a happy holiday season and a very happy and healthy new year. And we thank you so much for all of the support you have given us this past fall as we have achieved what we didn't know was going to be possible. And so again, a big, big thank you. Our gratitude is never ending to Mr. Core, Ms. Skeels, Mr. Hoot. The central office team has done an unbelievable job. And again, we are tremendously grateful. So that's it. Oh, our alarm is going off. So it's appropriate. Our house alarm is going off. So Mrs. Pangburn,
I will wish everyone a very happy holiday season, happy new year, and I move to adjourn.
Thank you. And a second, Ms. Grinnell, and all in favor. Okay, thank you. And
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you so much.
Happy holidays.
Bye, everybody.
Stay safe and well.
Stay
Thanks
safe.
for everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye now.